All right, guys, we're going to go over the page 5 of the nomenclature packet. We have a little mixed binary compounds. So this first one, we have CuO. Copper is a transition metal, so we've got to figure out what its charge is. There's a 1 that goes up here to the oxygen. There's a 1 that goes up here to the copper. Okay, we know that oxygen isn't 1, it's 2. If you double one, you double them both. This one has to be copper, Roman numeral 2, oxide. Okay, this one, strontium is representative, always has the same charge, so you just name this guy. Strontium oxide. Okay, here we have, this is going to be molecular. You have two nonmetals, so you need to use prefixes. We don't cross them, we don't unzip them, we don't look at charges, you don't do nothing. No reducing, it's just how many of A, how many of B. So this is diboron, trioxide. Okay, this next one we have titanium, which is a transition metal, so we need to figure out what its charge is. Unzip this, the 1 goes to chlorine, which chlorine is 1. The 4 goes up to titanium. Titanium, Roman numeral 4, which is IV, chloride. Okay, this one we have represented potassium, so you just simply name it. Potassium sulfide. Okay, this is another molecular one, two nonmetals. So we're going to say oxygen difluoride. You never use mono for the first one. Okay, same thing here. We have another molecular one. Nitrogen trihydride. Vanadium is a transition metal. We've got to unzip it. 1 goes to fluorine, which it is 1. The 5 goes to vanadium. Vanadium, Roman numeral 5, fluoride. Okay, for letter I, we have copper and chlorine. Copper being a transition metal. 1 goes to chlorine, which it is 1. 1 goes up to the copper. Copper, Roman numeral 1, chloride. Okay, manganese is a transition metal, so we need to unzip this guy. There's a 1 that goes up here to the oxygen. This 2 goes up to the manganese. You'll notice that oxygen is not 1, it's 2, so if you double 1, you must double them both. This should be manganese, Roman numeral 4, oxide. Okay, this next one is magnesium's representative, so you just name it. Magnesium oxide. Okay, for this next one, we have, let's see, another molecular one, so two nonmetals. So there are 2 borons, so we're going to call this diboron, and then hexahydride for 6 hydrogens. Okay, now we're writing formulas. Phosphorus trichloride, so that means 1 phosphorus, 3 chlorines. Chlorine monofluoride, 1 chlorine, 1 fluorine, ClF. Copper 2 chloride, so that 2 tells us copper's charge is 2 plus. Chlorine is always 1 minus. And so we cross them. This 2 comes down here. CuCl2, copper 2 chloride. For copper 1 sulfide, in this instance, copper's charge is 1 plus. Sulfur is always 2 minus. This 2 comes down here. Cu2S. For calcium nitride, calcium is always 2 plus. Nitrogen is always 3 minus. Ca, this 3 comes down here. 2 goes at the end, so Ca3N2. For carbon tetrabromide, carbon is always, it's only 1, we don't do charges. Tetra is 4, so CBr4. Lithium oxide, representative, lithium's always 1 plus. Oxygen's 2 minus, Li2O. For letter H, we have potassium chloride. Potassium is always 1 plus, chlorine is always 1 minus, equal and opposite, KCl. Next we have titanium 4 bromide. This tells me titanium's charge is 4 plus. Bromine's always 1 minus. 4 goes behind the bromine, TiBr4. For magnesium sulfide, magnesium is always 2 plus, sulfur is 2 minus, equal and opposite, MgS. Manganese 2 nitride, that tells me manganese's charge is 2 plus. Nitrogen is always 3 minus. So MnN, the 2 goes down here, the 3 goes there.